Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Late Night News. These are tonight's top stories. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, presides over a Council of Ministers meeting appeals to vulnerable Algerian youth abroad and confirms decision to regularize their status. The President of the Republic receives the President of the Council of the Nation, Azouz Nasri, who presented him with a report on the outcome of the meeting held with trade unions and representatives of the transport sector. As we celebrate the Yennayer New Year 2976, the President of the Republic extends his best wishes to the Algerian people. And on the same occasion, Algerians celebrate Yennayer across the country and abroad. Welcome back. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, presided over a Council of Ministers meeting. The meeting examined a progress report on the advancement of digitalization, the 2026 roadmap of the agricultural sector, and a follow-up on the plowing and sowing campaign for 2025-2026 season. Following the presentation of the agenda and a review of the government activities over the past 2 weeks by Prime Minister Sifi Ghraib, the President of the Republic issued the following instructions. Regarding the report on the progress of digitalization, the President of the Republic highly praised recent significant progress in digitalization, information and data across all sectors, and the start of data integration and analysis, enabling the state to provide appropriate solutions within the set deadlines. The President stressed to all government members the importance of forming technical teams within their departments to update daily database contained in the National Digital Data Base without any delay to ensure accurate and precise reading by relevant departments. For the agricultural sector, the President ordered the continuation of organizing the sector, maintaining the priority goal of increasing production per hectare. He instructed the government to mobilize all available resources and create the necessary conditions to increase grain production, adding that it is necessary to adopt scientific methods at all stages of agriculture based on an integrated strategy involving experts within this field, while considering seed quality of each region and its soil, as the work in agriculture must be based on reducing imports without causing shortage in the market. The President instructed the Minister of Agriculture to urgently find appropriate solutions to restore red and white meat production to levels that meet the national market's needs, emphasizing that land belongs to those who cultivate it. The President reaffirmed the state's commitment to continue resolving agricultural land ownership issues for active actors in the field to achieve optimal production levels. On the plowing and sowing campaign, the 2025-2026 season, the President set the priority target for the sector to increase the cultivated agricultural area to 3 million hectares. He reiterated the urgent need to import agricultural machinery for harvesting special grain, corn and sunflower crops. And before concluding the cabinet meeting, the President addressed the Algerian youth abroad who are in vulnerable or illegal situations, many of whom were deliberately misled by individuals who wrongly believed they could harm the state's credibility by exploiting them abroad against their own country. Most of these young people have committed only minor offences, such as being afraid of the police or gendarmerie, summons related to public order or similar matters. Some attempted to use statistics related to illegal migration to tarnish Algeria's reputation and sow confusion among youth to encourage illegal departures. These youth are now far from their homeland, their families and their friends, suffering from poverty and exploitation and degrading conditions, with some being used against their own country. Such as situations do not justify the hardship endured, may be exploited by criminal or mafia groups, damaging their reputations. both in their host countries and back home. Accordingly, the president decided to regularize the status of these Algerians on the condition that they not commit return to illegal status. The implementation of this decision will be carried out by Algerian consulates abroad until the return of Algerians to their homeland. This decision excludes those convicted of blood crimes, drug trafficking, on trade or collaboration with foreign security agencies with the intent to harm their homeland Algeria. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received the President of the Council of the Nation, Azzouz Nasri, who presented him with a report on the outcome of the meeting held with trade unions and representatives of the transport sector. The meeting was held in the presence of the Cabinet Director to the Presidency of the Republic, Ba'lam Ba'lam, and the Advisor to the President of the Republic in charge of political affairs and relations with the youth, civil society and political parties, Mustafa Saij. On the same occasion of the Amazigh New Year 2976, President of the Republic Abdelmajid Tebboune extended his best wishes to the entire Algerian people inside and outside the country. On the occasion of the Amazigh New Year, may Algeria remain victorious and proud each year by the will of Allah. As Gaza concluded, the President of the Republic published on his social media accounts. As Yennayer approaches, markets across Algeria come alive with tradition and color. In the Rance Basti market, well-stocked stalls, festive crowds, and time-honored customs reflect the enduring spirit of an ancestral celebration rooted in sharing abundance and family. Melissa Lila Balaman.
January is more than the start of a new calendar year. In Algeria, it also marks the arrival of Yennayer, an age-old celebration rooted in heritage, sharing, and abundance. Across markets, tradition comes to life. In Oran, at the heart of the Ouras market, widely known as the Bastille market, the festive atmosphere is impossible to miss. Crowds gather around well-stocked stalls, and the spirit of Yennayer can be felt in every detail. Yennayer is both an ancestral and national celebration. I'm really happy to be shopping at the market today. Everything is available. You can find all you need to celebrate properly. Hopefully, it will bring happiness and prosperity. I came to buy sweets for my grandchildren for Yennayer. There's a great variety here. Yennayer is a time for family reunions. I wish everyone a happy new year and plenty of joy. From stalls to small shops, dried fruits and colorful treats line the shelves, making it easy to celebrate Yennayer in a joyful and festive spirit. We celebrate Yennayer because it's part of our traditions. At the market, I find everything: walnuts, apples, bananas, sweets, chocolate, a little of everything to prepare for the occasion. For Yennayer, we will cook traditional dishes such as shirshan. It's a perfect opportunity to bring the entire family together. We make sure to select the best products so customers leave satisfied. It matters to us that everyone finds exactly what they need. Yennayer, a national celebration experienced in markets and homes, and above all, in the hearts of Algerians.
Yennayer is also celebrated in France and Paris at the Algerian Cultural Center. Our diaspora celebrates the event with an exhibition dedicated to Algerian crafts and local products. Ceramics, embroidery, jewelry and traditional clothing, gastronomy and even regional know-how were showcased in a spirit of transmission and sharing. Details with Afaf El-Hushat and Rania Al-Bahri.
At the Algerian Cultural Center in Paris, time is measured in shared gestures. Yennayer is more than a new year. It's a living memory, linking heritage and renewal. Yennayer follows a calendar shaped by both sun and the moon. The Numidians, our Amazigh ancestors, used the Roman calendar, which originally lacked 2 months. These were later added with the Julian calendar. The number 12 symbolizes agricultural life. It marks the end of preparing the land and the hope for abundant harvests. 12 therefore represents prosperity and a year of rich production.
C'est la vie agraire.
In this exhibition space, materials tell stories. Spun wool, careful embroidery, and geometric patterns reflect mountains, seasons, and family histories. Each color has meaning, and every symbol carries an ancient message expressed through leather, clay, and fabrics like the hayek. We create the woven hayek and many other beautiful things. They remind us of our grandmothers and the generations before them. Jewelry softly resonates like a gentle reminder. Here, the body becomes an adornment, and adornment becomes identity. There is Tuareg jewelry made in desert, crafted in silver and bronze. Each piece has a purpose for marriage, for birth, and for celebrations. Traditional dresses and embroidered vests carry the memory of villages shaped by women and men who wove their history thread by thread. You just need an idea. The old already exists. You just add a modern touch. Further on, earth becomes sculpture, fiber becomes baskets, and wood becomes instruments. Nothing is just for decoration. Everything has a purpose and a meaning. I work with acrylic paint on acacia wood. It's a handmade. I spent many hours working on it. Yennayer is also about taste. Olive oil, rich and patiently made, connects the land to the hands and links generations together. Our olive oil has won several international awards. It is exceptional in quality. Then there are those who discover, those who recognize, and those who remember. Between tradition and modern creation, between old objects and new expressions, Yennayer becomes a shared space where identity continues, open and alive. I use a touch of humor, and through these creations, I work to keep Algerian culture alive. In this exhibition, the artisan is alive and present, creating, sharing, and passing on his craft with deep emotion. These are usually women's songs, carrying messages about their dreams and hopes. For the organizers, celebrating Yennayer means honoring the past while keeping it open, free from time or place. I wanted all of Algeria to celebrate Yennayer together with artisans from every region. This shows that the Amazigh Algerian culture isn't just old traditions or folklore. It's alive and part of today's world. Yennayer is a time to reconnect, sharing culture and traditions with everyone.
At the Batiwa Center of Excellence, young trainees pursue technical pathways in steelmaking and mechanical engineering. With 11 specializations and new programs coming with the center, it's preparing them for faster entry into the industrial workforce. Melissa Balaman.
Driven by the goal of acquiring practical skills, these young trainees have chosen a technical pathway. At this Center of Excellence, training focuses on two core sectors, steelmaking and mechanical engineering, covering 11 specializations. I reached the third year of secondary school and chose to train at this Center of Excellence. I selected this field because I live near an industrial zone and the training offers real job opportunities. The Garage Bilet mine will create strong economic momentum and ensure raw material supplies for factories. Anticipating this, the center has intensified efforts to train and provide a skilled workforce. Here, theory and technical practice go hand in hand. The programs are designed to meet the needs of the country's industrial sector. I gained new skills here through hands-on training. I didn't obtain my baccalaureate, so I chose training in this promising field, especially given our location in an industrial zone. Training combines theory and practical work on the machines you see here.
الجانب التطبيقي بالأجهزة اللي موجودة عندنا.
Starting next February, the Batiwa Center of Excellence will expand its programs with 2 new specializations: maintenance of automated mechanical systems and mechanical production, enabling faster professional integration for these young trainees.
In Morocco, rural areas are particularly hard hit by social insecurity and poverty. The inhabitants of these regions find themselves isolated and suffer from social inequalities, a result of the ineffective policies of the Makhzen. Rania al-Bahri.
We are suffering. It has been 15 days without fodder or anything. This powerful image showing a woman carried on the back of an animal captures the tragedy of the people in the Rif region of Morocco. It shows a harsh reality where access to health care, meant to be a basic right, is limited, and human dignity becomes a burden for the most vulnerable left on their own. In Morocco, access to help faces indifference, and the right to life is at risk every moment. Illness becomes a dangerous struggle without care or human attention. The patient is left alone, trapped between suffering and neglect. The body of a person who died in the pond was recovered, showing the extreme suffering of the local people. A father was seen carrying his sick child on his back, a powerful and emotional image. It shows the care and the love between parent and child, but also the serious problems in society. Many basic needs are missing, and people struggle every day just to survive. Observers noted that while attention and resources are focused on big cities, many lives in the shadows continue to fall apart. This tragic situation is a harsh reminder that the real emergency in Morocco is human. Vulnerable people are left without care, support, or protection, and the struggle to survive is constant.
In Gaza, strikes continues by the Zionist occupier who have persisted in the violating of the ceasefire agreement. The death toll have reached 433, with more than 12,000 injured. According to the Wafa News Agency, the Zionist occupier carried out raids and launched artillery and missile attacks from sea on several areas across Gaza. As for the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugee, UNRWA, it indicated that children in Gaza continues to live in dire conditions due to restrictions imposed by the occupier on the entry of humanitarian aid, calling for an immediate lifting of all restrictions on aid deliveries currently blocked outside the territory. From all of us here, thank you for being with us. Good night.